It is games like these that you circle on your calendar before the season starts. You know that this game will be a good one. Of course, I'm talking about today's game here at Don Lyle Field between the undefeated Grove City Wolverines and the undefeated Franciscan Barons. Welcome, everyone. I'm Matthew Perucker, here to give you coverage of today's matchup between the top two teams in the President's Athletic Conference. First, let's talk about Franciscan. They enter this game with an 8-6 overall record, but most importantly, in terms of standings for the playoffs, are undefeated 6-0 in conference play. Grove City, on the other hand, 8-2 overall with a 5-0-1 record. Last time out for Franciscan, they defeated the Tomcats 4-0. And they really looked strong in that matchup, especially on the defensive end of things. Both teams have yet to be defeated by a conference opponent, but for Franciscan, they have not allowed a goal in 5 straight contests. Their last goal came on September 23rd in a conference matchup against St. Vincent. Whereas Grove City, they have been undefeated in the past month, last losing on September 10th. To be two teams who know how to win and control games, but in this rematch of last year's conference championship game, we know how close this game can be. And let's talk a little bit more about the last time these two teams met in that President's Athletic Conference championship game. That was in Steubenville, a 2-1 victory for Franciscan to clinch the conference title. Overall in the series, Grove City leads 7-3, having this matchup first meet in 2007. But now some players to watch from both teams. Lucas Cross for Franciscan now ranks 3rd in the conference in goals. And Aiden Miller, who will be in net for Franciscan today, ranks 4th in save percentage and goals against average. Whereas for Grove City, Luke Kimmick moved into a tie for 5th place in program history with 15 career assists, being able to be a versatile player on both the offensive and defensive ends, where he will be starting at the right back position. Also notably, Grove City junior Noah Gray earned President's Athletic Conference Offensive Player of the Week honors Monday, having scored twice in Grove City's win last Wednesday at Hiram, and then 2 more goals Friday evening at Westminster. He'll be a guy to look to make some damage, make some impact, leading the conference with 12 goals and 27 points. And that was his 2nd Offensive Player of the Week award. Now, as both teams ready to take the field for starting lineups, I will give you those lineups as well. So for Franciscan, in nets will be Aiden Miller. And then we have 4 defenders for Franciscan. They are going to be coming out in a 4-5-1. Those include Benjamin James, Zachary Muldoon, Aiden Henninger, and Jonah Klein. The 5 in the midfield are Augie Rubino, Andrew Gaduti, Anthony Venditti, George Phillips, and Christian Ludwig. And the lone striker up top is the aforementioned dangerous Lucas Cross. And now for Grove City, similar lineup as we've seen in the past if you've been watching games here on the Wolverine Broadcast Network. Keller Krieger will be in goal. He is making his 11th start. Theo Campbell will be at left back with an assist at Bethany. He has started all 12 matches this season. Colton Hudson and Jake Kimmick will be in the center of the defense, making their 32nd and 31st career starts. Luke Kimmick, a player to watch, had a goal at Hiram and an assist at Westminster. He leads the Wolverines, making an impact all across the field. Camden Thomas will be in the midfield, picked up an assist at Hiram. Matt Herman has started each of the last 8 matches in the midfield, also had an assist at Westminster. Luke Lattis, 2 goals in a September 5th win over Oberlin. He is making his 12th start. And now moving to the 3 forwards in this 4-3-3. Evan Yoder makes his 14th career start. PAC Offensive Player of the Week, Noah Gray, will also be up there, making his 33rd career start. And Andrew Perry will round out the forwards, making his 2nd career start. Our officials for today's game are Alex Abruzzo, Del Cula, and Taylor Bombalski. So entering this game, as always, both teams have been hot. Grove City with a 5-0-1 record in conference play, had a 3-0 win last Friday night at Westminster. Junior Noah Gray had 2 goals, and Ryan Merrick sealed the win with a goal to add to the score in the 68th minute. Franciscan, that 4-0 victory at Teal being their most recent matchup. And then the coaches matchup, Coach Mike Dreves is in his 20th season. Number 2 in career wins in program history with 205. Brent Ridenauer is in his 5th season as Franciscan head coach and has really elevated the program to be feared across the President's Athletic Conference. But now we pause for the national anthem. Both teams are fired up, ready to go here at Don Lyle Field at Grove City College. But why this game is so important, you can take a look at the standings. Franciscan top the conference with a total of 18 points. Grove City with the tie to Geneva is down at 16. So a win for Grove City, and either team, in fact, would put them in control of the conference. Win for Grove City would give them a 1-point lead, where if Franciscan were to win this game, it would take them up to a 5-point advantage over the Wolverines. And these two teams have really broken away from the rest of the President's Athletic Conference. St. Vincent is 3rd with 11, and then a couple of teams, Allegheny and Hiram with 10, and then the rest follow. And you know, it's one of these games that you look forward to as a player as well. Opportunity to play the best and prove for both sides that they are the best team in this conference as of right now. Perry stands over the ball. Grove City in your white jerseys on the left side of your screen. Franciscan is in the cream with green numbers on the right side. And we are underway in this matchup between the top 2 teams in the conference. Wolverines turn it over in their own end. Now an opportunity early for Franciscan. What an unbelievable effort to get a piece on that ball. Krieger deflected it out for the corner, and almost an opening minute goal for Franciscan. Franciscan just 3 players in the box right now, 2 more coming. The cross in, a little bit too high. Still an opportunity for the Barons. And now a lazy attempt at goal as Krieger was able to catch that easily. As Wolverines survived the first corner attempt. But a real possibility this game could have been 1-0 in a flash. But probably the big question for Grove City is how do they solve this Franciscan team who has been so stout defensively? It's been nearly a month since they've given up a goal. Now Perry trying to chase it down, but he can't get there. He'll roll out for a goal kick. Corner, pass into the middle. Off the goal kick, Wolverines appear to have it for now and will have it via the throw-in. Quickly tossed back in. Now Grove City trying to work some magic on the left side. Overlapping run, give it to him. One touch, cross. No one really home for the Wolverines, and now we'll allow Franciscan to have it, but Wolverines not letting them play with it easily as they kick it out the far side. One touch pass, looking for Lattice, a little bit too far. Now a couple of touches, and now Wolverines trying to make some progress inside the box. Looking, dropping back, one touch. Fakes a shot, goes back left. Now a left-footed shot and the goal! After nearly surrendering one in the first minute, the Wolverines strike first. What an accurate shot. As Camden Thomas strikes first for Grove City. Franciscan had not given up a goal in 5 straight conference games and allows a goal to Grove City within the first 5 minutes. Now Franciscan's got to quickly respond. It's a very unfamiliar situation. They're trailing to Grove City early in this match. It's just one of those goals where oftentimes you have to praise the assist, but that was all Thomas. He did an excellent job of creating enough separation for himself to get away from the defender. And it's one of those situations where you don't have to kick it as hard as you possibly can if you kick it to the right spot, and after deflecting off the bottom right corner, it's what you dream about in terms of accuracy. And that proves how tough Franciscan's defense has been at times, because that was not an easy shot and not a lot of space between Thomas and the defender. But all you need is a little bit, as evident there. Now Grove City looking to double up early. Cross. Diving header directed toward goal. Job still not done for Franciscan, but that ball is launched high and will bounce into the baseball field. Couple of good chances for Grove City early, the first resulting in a goal. Franciscan had a great opportunity in the first minute. But ever since then, Grove City's done a good job defensively of not allowing the Barons to get any chances. Good bound, that'll deflect off the Barons' Ludwig. Kimmick, a long throw in. Tried to find Perry, but couldn't get it by Muldoon. Kimmick has a good arm. He can probably get into the box. Way into the box. Unmarked to the middle. Lattice dropping it back. Perry, a shot attempt, takes a deflection, and it'll be a foul called against the Wolverines. Takes a deflection off Evan Yoder, and now here's an opportunity for the Barons. On the run. Phillips ran out of room, and that'll be a goal kick. One of those situations, you want that backward diagonal pass across the box. And he took too long to get rid of it. Also a good play by Grove City to contain the threat. Krieger's kick is away. A couple of touches from Franciscan, but they can't corral it. Barron's trying to make something happen. Grove City, a couple of men trying to get there, but the pass is away, and now some pace from the Franciscan Barons. But the Grove City defense able to snuff that out. There's now a turnover and now a foul. Be tripping called against Lucas Cross. Free kick deep into the Franciscan half. Lattice. Great move to get past the defender. One-on-one. Some friendly fire, but eventually Franciscan gets it clear. Goal scorer Thomas losing it, but thankfully he has a fellow teammate to help him out. Now Perry gets a turn past his initial marker. Continuing with speed into the box. Dropping it back. Battle near the corner flag. Ball stays in. Well defended. Kimmick. Pass back to Krieger. Off his left foot. High clearance. A couple of bounces. Gray getting to it. BAC's leading goal scorer. Pass back to him. As the wind intensifies, it's a cross-field wind blowing from Franciscan's goal toward Grove City's. Barons couldn't go forward, so now they'll have to drop back. Look to establish some possession. Pass forward, takes a deflection off Phillips and out of play. Kimmick waits, short throw to Yoder. Shields it away. Now Herman will loop it forward to Lattice. Couldn't fake out his defender, but Grove City will have the throw in. Grove City's been the better team during this first 10 minutes, and the scoreboard reflects it, a 1-0 advantage early in this game. The throw from Kimmick in the mixer, takes a hop, continues bouncing outside the box. And a one-touch cross, and that's always difficult to do when running the opposite way you're kicking. And quickly sent back in. Physical play on the ball to get a head on it from Kimmick. Forward to Gray, tried to keep it in with his head, but we'll say it'll be out of bounds, last touch by him. Throw in, Lattice gets in the way. And a forward ball. A couple of Wolverines in the area, but it doesn't matter. There's good work from Phillips to control it. Now the Barons trying to get something going. And the slot ball in, too far in front. The Barons, good duty. Krieger motioning his men forward. Now boots it away. Gets it to Thomas, one touch, but couldn't find his man. But the Wolverines force a turnover. Pass intercepted and nutmegged through as Benjamin James draws the foul. As now Franciscan will march way up the field. Miller's kick into the middle. Wolverines win it off the header. And now with some speed. Gray on the far side. One-on-one matchup so far. Driving into the middle. Fakes. Goes outside. Cross into the middle. Yoder, one touch off his left foot, and it is saved. Had some speed on it. Had some intensity. But the ball rolling slow enough on the ground gave plenty of time for Miller to dive on it. And now the other way, offside call as the deflection resets and forces good duty offside. Gray skips it forward looking for Perry. Couldn't quite find him. Wolverines now trying to secure possession. They do for now. Kimmick. Pass forward to Lattice. Trying to go back to Kimmick, but couldn't reverse course. Now Wolverines have to adjust with Kimmick up the field. Franciscan having some trouble controlling the ball in their own end. And now yet another turnover in their own half. Pass to Gray, touch, reverses course, dropping it back, trying to find Thomas, but too many Barons in the area. Kimmick with some space, but a man coming close. Forces it back now. Franciscan trying to apply the press. Some physical contact on the near side. Yoder has it stripped from him. Now pass toward the middle. Perry couldn't shield it from his man. Now taking a hop. Now good work from Campbell to force the turnover. Now Wolverines trying to work it around their own side of the field. Krieger decides to just blast it forward. And Franciscan will have it. James. Can't go forward, will drop it back, and now a long ball forward. Caduti couldn't quite track it down, and now Grove City will have possession via the throw-in. So after a pretty frantic first 5 minutes to the game, for the large part, the defenses have adjusted to what the offenses have been trying to do, a lot less action in the next 10 plus minutes. But Grove City has had most of the possession, has had most of the chances to score. But haven't really had as great of an opportunity as the first goal of the game, which they scored. Waiting a little bit. Throw in on the far side, trying to get through, but they can't. Trying to keep possession, then brought down. That'll be a foul going against Franciscan. And we'll give Grove City an opportunity. Perhaps a bit long for a shot on goal, but we'll give the Wolverines a chance to have a good set piece location to send something in, look for a header perhaps, and for Franciscan, they're trying to read where this ball is going to go. Wolverines have a couple of options. Campbell's going to run to the left side, but never really a thought of going for goal, and that one too high. He tried near side, but got a little bit too far under it to the left, and that posed little threat to Miller and the Barons, who now kick it away. Now quickly trying to go forward. Ushered out. Lannis goes down. Play continues. James trying to switch the field into the middle. A bit of a large touch, and the strong challenge from Lannis wins it. Gets past the man, and now with some speed on the far side of the field. Trying to slide it in behind, but not before the Barons can track it down. Wolverines trying to sub, but couldn't quite get it done in time. Hudson can't find anything. We'll just drop it back to Krieger. Who now distributes to the left side. And quickly reversing course. Trying to go up the near side. James with a sliding effort to deflect the pass. Still loose, and some contact will be a foul. Didn't need a lot for the foul to be called, but it was enough. Now the Barons send most of their men forward. Into the box. Be deflected high. I believe that last deflected off a Wolverine, and yes, it did. Set piece opportunity now via the corner. Phillips will take it, will be out swinging. In the middle. Couple of headers back and forth. Ball still loose in the middle, eventually backed out. Now trying to get something on target. Krieger with his large frame able to jump up and get it. Didn't quite get all of that punt. But it doesn't really matter. Looking for Perry, he can't get it. Now, Herman can't track it down either. A loose brought down, maybe something for Venditti, but he loses it as well. Perry trying to get around, but strong work and a clearance from Henninger. Now the first sub of the game will be for the Wolverines. Aiden Eck will come into the game. Now the Barons finally able to get possession, but then losing it. And now Lattice on the near side. Gets past one man. The pass. Gray takes a touch. Behind, take another deflection, and then Miller grabs it. One of the situations where it wasn't trying to go for goal, look for a pass to a teammate running into the box. But a defensive effort from this impressive Franciscan defense, able to deal with the danger. But now in unforced error, turns it over. Man charging, Krieger will get forward, and now a long kick forward. And some solid defending from the Barons. Eck had no chance to get around them. The physical play of Muldoon and Henninger at center back. Now Eck trying to win it, met with stout resistance. And that'll be a foul called against Thomas with a shove to the back. Now play resuming, kick in the middle, but Barons can't quite get forward with it, have to retreat, and then can't get the ball through. Now Lattice will have some space. Forward to Eck. Waiting for some help. Yoder with a long run. Looking for some help. We'll get it to Kimmick. Takes a touch. Couple of Barons closing in. Yoder saves it from going out. To Kimmick. Trying to get the ball across. Now Herman will just play the easy pass back. Thomas trying to go through, and he's found Kimmick. Slotted through the middle, but Eck didn't quite anticipate that. And a bit surprising that ball got through to Kimmick. Perhaps that threw Eck off. But regardless, a good opportunity for a second goal of the game. But to no avail. Over halfway through this first half of play, your score, Grove City 1, Franciscan 0. The game where Franciscan entered as the top team in the conference. Grove City 2 points back. Well, the second place team has been the superior team so far. An excellent goal from Camden Thomas early in this game being the difference. But game relatively evenly contested. Grove City has had more of the chances, but has not been overwhelming. Franciscans had a couple of opportunities of their own, but not as much as Franciscan has been used to seeing. In this game, 6 shots from Grove City. 3 of them have found the target. Well, Franciscan has had 3 shots, all of them on goal. Barron's applying a trap. We'll kick it out, as Kimmick has done often this game, being the one to throw it in. Forward, and some contact, and wincing in pain is Camden Thomas, and after some confusion, it will be a Franciscan throw in, and now a change for the Barons. Coming on is Nathan Halberg. He will replace Good Duty. Kimmick wins the header. Now thrown back in. One touch. Eck gets a foot on it, deflecting it. Now a chance to counter, but that pass a little bit out in front of Eck, not being able to do in that situation. Thomas. Kimmick, one touch forward. Lattice in the box. Trying to split a couple defenders. Goes down. Play continues. Neither team can really get control of the ball. Thomas trying to get in there. He goes down. And the Barons defuse the threat. Strong off Kimmick. Kept in. And Hudson deflects it off Venditti. Yoder flicking it forward to Lattice, but he can't keep it in. That'll be a Barons throw-in. Henninger preparing a large throw. That'll be a foul. Kimmick with a push to gain some height to get his head on the ball. Muldoon from a long way back. line set inside the box, but he's not going to get anywhere close. Lattice gets a foot on it. Gray trying to keep it in, cannot. Now the Barons again. Trying to turn the corner, but he cannot. Phillips met with tough resistance. And that pass into the middle now. Eck. Drop back to Kimmick. Grove City trying to quickly go from defense to offense. Kimmick will flow the ball easily to Miller. So he went for the home run play, but Eck was still standing in the batter's box. Cleared away. Both teams trying to get it into the middle of the field, and now going down and drawing the foul is Lucas Cross. Now this is a good location for Franciscan. Pretty much straight on attempt. Floated into the middle. Gets a man behind, but he can't score. As Krieger gets a glove on it. And nearly free header in the middle of the box. A rare sight for this Wolverine defense team to allow a chance as good as that, but straight on was the difficulty, and now resulting again, the corner, and a one-touch kick sails high and will nearly get to the street. Wolverines now looking for a little bit more experience as both sophomores come off the field and upperclassmen take their place. Is now Gray looking to get something going on the far side of the field. Turns the corner, ball on the ground, pass, a diving save, play continues, and that shot is wide. An unbelievable diving effort from Miller to rob the Wolverines of a goal. One of the goalkeeper's worst nightmares is a slow rolling ball around the 6-yard line. That 6-yard box. And very fortunately for Franciscan, that did not result in a goal. Carlo Dennis, who just subbed into the game, a great chance. Missed it to the right, but before that, the shot from Camden Thomas nearly had his second goal of the game. But now the Barons trying to even the score. In the box, opportunity, gets past the man, the shot, and a goal! Franciscan strikes back. And we are all even at 1. Whenever you get a run that results in getting so close to the middle of the field, Anthony Venditti just had to beat his man. He did. That's a nearly impossible goal to save if you're in the right spot. Even though Krieger he was no match for the powerful response from Venditti. Now a 1-1 game as we resume play. Merrick will drop it back, a little slow rolling, but luckily that wasn't a turnover. For the Wolverines' perspective, Franciscan nearly had another opportunity for a goal. quickly trying to go forward. Franciscan, after playing largely defensive for most of this first half, has found some new inspired confidence and perhaps a little momentum after tying the game. Long clearance. Wolverines just trying to get out of their own half. Gray with it. Taking plenty of touches, sliding it through for Dennis. Into the middle, too high. And that ball deflecting off of Barron. And surprisingly, no one tried to make a play on it and just let it roll out. Could have been a really dangerous situation if a Wolverine had been in the vicinity of that ball. Now Ryan Higgs will come into the game for Eck. Gray will take the corner. Grove City's first of the game into the middle. Excellent effort into the middle, drawing a Wolverine foul. Took a lot of contact, and he's going to be good. As Thomas was really eager to try to go for his second goal, didn't realize a man was in the way. Blasted forward, Merrick in pursuit. Now quickly cleared back. The sun right in the eyes of the Grove City defenders. Now going forward, and then the contact clipping him. Lucas Cross did when he tried to get the ball back. Grove City will look to make another change. Low driven ball. Gray with it, dropping it back. Wolverines from the near side attempting. Thomas to Dennis, takes a touch forward. Now across into the mixer. And Wolverines had a guy in the middle, but touch a little bit too strong. But the threat's not over yet. Gray, far side. Get past one man. Now his cross a little bit too long. Dennis, though, able to keep possession alive. Looped forward. Now with some pace, the shot attempt. And that goes wide to the near side. Had a great opportunity, had a lot of power on the shot. And it froze Miller. If that had been a target, it would have likely been a goal. But he didn't strike it exactly how he wanted it to. Higgs, after getting in the way of that ball, will pass it back. Now trying to switch fields. Dennis will get there. Couple of quick passes. Now into the middle, Gray. Forward to Merrick, inside the box. Across, looking for his man Thomas, but Thomas wasn't quite where that pass was, and that sails out for a goal kick. Couple of good opportunities for Grove City in the past couple of minutes, but that last pass on this most recent one a little bit too far away, and then the shot attempt was missed, and now Franciscan really frustrated with that call. as Thomas goes down after having been dealt some serious punishment. Now run on the far side. Cutting inside, now an opportunity in the middle. Pass blocked, another shot attempt from Higgs, although that one will also find its way to Jack Behringer Field. Miller once again with a goal kick after surviving a couple of opportunities against him. Thomas will get to the ball first. Now Grove City. Now looking to go forward. Sampson loses it, and now chance for the Barons on the counterattack. Cross goes down and draws the foul, and we have a stoppage in play and a yellow card. Trying to plead his case, but I doubt he's going to be given any luck in that regard. So Hudson picks up the yellow. Now a set piece in a really good spot for the Barons. Muldoon will be the man to take it. Krieger is seeing exactly where he wants his wall to be, protecting the near post. And the attempt low, but he was hoping that Grove City's wall would have jumped. They did, but they kept their toes pointed down, and that allowed the ball to be deflected. Now trying quickly, going from defense to offense. 4.5 to go in the first half. Driving inside, Gray, the cross a little high. Dennis across into the middle. Ball still loose, eventually cleared. Herman trying to direct it to the left side. No one was there. Dennis trying to find his man forward, cannot. Krieger. Blasted forward. Gray trying to skip it forward to Merrick. In the way, though, was Klein. Now racing forward, stumbling a little bit. Gray. Pass forward. Getting it back. Now turning, a shot. Couldn't get it past the first man. Continues with it. Gets clipped in the box. And yes, it is a penalty kick. A sloppy challenge from the defender. And you've got to be careful when you wind up and try to clear the ball. You don't miss and clip the foot. That's exactly what he did, giving away the penalty. As Henninger will really want that one back. Clock stops, 3:06. Gray, the leading goal scorer, not only on his team, but the entire conference. He'll be the man to take it. Miller trying as much as he can to distract him. Takes a breath. The shot and the goal. Miller guessed wrong. The Wolverines convert on the penalty and are now up 2-1. After drawing the foul, Gray has been such an important component of this Wolverines team, and calmly buries in the penalty, knew exactly where he wanted to go. And if you guess wrong as the goalkeeper, there's little you can do. Wolverines scored first in this game in the first 5 minutes, and now they scored again in the last 5 minutes of the first half to take a 1-goal advantage, regain their lead. And now Gray once again on the attack. 2 men trying to stop him. Cross into the middle. Good work on the defense, and now a one-touch shot. Had some speed, but couldn't make its way to the net. Campbell gets it forward. Gray trying to make work on it. Will somehow get to Higgs. Hudson charging forward. From his center back position, now contributing on offense. Forward to Gray. Fakes a shot. Man goes down. Another shot attempt. Merrick, the diving header, but he missed it. Or perhaps he got just a touch on it, but it wasn't enough to direct it on target. And now Miller is upset with the defense, who have allowed plenty of opportunities, far more than what has been normal for them this season. As the potent Grove City offense scoring twice in the first half. Now under 90 seconds left to go in the first period. Dennis. Herman trying to go 1-2. Dennis wasn't quite ready to chase after it, and that will result in the throw in for Franciscan. Looping forward, getting a touch on it, but losing it. Cross couldn't get it. Now the other way. One minute left to go in the half. Wolverines up 2-1. We'll probably be happy to lead at the break. Now the Barons, after conceding the goal, finally having a chance in the opponent's half. And that pass going forward will be offside, as Wolverines trying to delay it as much as possible. Last chance and a half for Franciscan to score. They did once in this game, but to their dismay, the Wolverines strike twice in the first 45 minutes. They lead it 2-1 at the break. Wolverines, having lost the last time they met, now lead it 2-1. We'll be right back after a quick pause for the halftime report and take you around the President's Athletic Conference right here on the Wolverines Sports Network. Welcome back. I'm Matthew Brucker here with the halftime report. Let's first take you around the scores in the President's Athletic Conference. First in men's soccer, St. Vincent and Washington and Jefferson are tied 0-0 in the 23rd minute. Hiram and Bethany are tied 1-1 in women's soccer. They're already in the second half. Whereas also in women's soccer, Allegheny and Westminster are tied 0-0. Remaining games have not started yet. So let's go back into this game. Grove City leading the defending PAC champions 2-1 at halftime. Those two goals courtesy of Camden Thomas off his left foot, putting it in the bottom right corner for the first. Then Noah Gray, after drawing the penalty against Aiden Henninger, who clipped his foot on the follow-through of trying to kick the ball. He missed, got his foot instead. Then Gray put his penalty kick in the bottom left corner for the goal. But in between those goals that happened in the first and last 5 minutes of the first half, in the 34th minute, Anthony Venditti with a solo goal got the ball and beat his defender, then put it in, taking a deflection off Krieger, but couldn't get enough on it to keep it out. And that's how we got to 2-1. But breaking down these stats even more, possession a lot more lopsided than it may seem. Grove City owns a 2-1 possession advantage, 67% to 33%. 14 shots for the Wolverines, 5 of them have been on goal. 4 saves for Krieger, also a corner, and a yellow card assessed to Colton Hudson in the 41st minute. Where for the Barons, 6 total shots, 5 of them have been on target. 3 saves for Aiden Miller. 3 corners have resulted in a couple of chances, but Wolverines have been good at preventing those from resulting in shot attempts. And then they've been offside a couple of times. But really, it's been Grove City for most of this game having the possession and then using that possession to create opportunities or at least advance the ball down the field. Franciscan has had a much harder time maneuvering around the Grove City midfield, who's played extremely well today. 3 against 5 in the midfield, but how they're playing it, it's pretty much a mirror. Officially, it's a 3-5-1 for Franciscan compared to a 4-5-1 compared to a 4-3-3 for Grove City, but they're playing pretty similarly in that regard. But probably the biggest difference is the amount of times Grove City's been able to create shot attempts. Although, even in shots on goal, Grove City has had a lot more chances, and also a couple of times some balls rolling inside the box, and a lot of miscommunication on defense at times, allowing on the Franciscan defensive end, allowing Grove City players to get open. But whenever you're able to force turnovers and create some havoc, you're often in a better spot, and Grove City's done a lot more damage in that respect, being able to quickly win the ball back, and has won more of the 50-50 balls as well in the air. But as we've seen in this game, Franciscan most certainly not out of it. They've been dangerous on the counterattack, one of which resulted in that goal. But now as this game goes on, it'll be interesting to see how they play it. Grove City largely the better team, as the stats and overall pace of play have shown. But it only takes a little bit for Franciscan to get back into this game. Of course, the 1-goal difference, very small. But probably the biggest is, can they adjust to the Grove City offense? Coming into the game, it was 5 straight without allowing a goal for Franciscan. But that streak was not going to last, as Grove City was scoring easily in the first minute of the game. Although Thomas, you can largely attribute that to his ability to find the bottom right corner. But if they can slow down the Grove City offense, get some more possession control, and build it back up, they can show why they deserve to remain atop the standings in this clash for control of the President's Athletic Conference. But for Grove City's end, how can they maintain their good defensive play? They allowed the one goal, but few chances aside from it. We will see. Under 4 minutes left before we resume play. Second half will be up next right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. "45 minutes on the clock. Second half just ready to resume play. Grove City 2, Franciscan 1, your halftime score. Wolverines been the better team by a significant margin, but just the one goal lead. I think the big thing for Franciscans is that if they can get their striker in the game. Cross has been nearly a non-factor, no shots in this game. As with possession off the kickoff, couldn't really get a lot going. Now some contact. Lattice wants an explanation as to why he was called for that foul. Now the kick on the far side running, the goal scorer for Franciscan, trying to keep it in. Venditti had the one in the first half to make it 1-1. Thomas trying to find Lattice. Cannot. Trying to go the other way. Campbell now with two Barons in pursuit. Drops it off and then they clear it away. So now the switch of fields becomes kind of important now. Grove City attacking to the left, Franciscan attacking to the right. As that sun is really starting to set, and it's always a danger when you're going to the opposing side. It's a factor for sure, and now some contact, no foul. As the referee thought he went down a little bit too easily. Thomas. Can't find Campbell. Now Lattice will get around his man. Forward to Gray. Has a goal and an assist in the game. Passes it. Yoder can't quite get it to his man. Kimmick applies some high pressure, forces the errant pass. Goes back to him. Forward, Yoder. A touch. Getting some contact, Miller. And that's what he needed to do. A lot of Wolverines in the area, but unfazed, able to make the play. First part of that half starting pretty similarly to how the first half ended. Grove City getting a couple of good chances to score, one of which was off a turnover. Could do good work to get it free, to keep possession. And now the Barons trying to get it forward, looking for Rubino, but couldn't find him. And now plenty of space for the Wolverines, taking a deflection, still has plenty of time. Thomas wanted to get it through. Gray on the left side, had some contact on the follow through. It was audible, but the referee said he got the ball first. Miller resuming play. Far side of the field. Now a long through ball forward. Giving chase is Venditti, but he can't get to it in time. Lattice now with some speed going forward. Is dispossessed. And it will be a foul against Grove City. Now the Barons with some work. Good slide tackle to allow the Wolverines to get the ball back. Wolverines trying to work it, but can't do so successfully. Thomas, one touch forward. James gets contact to lift it high into the air and successfully to a teammate. Herman gets his head on it. Now Yoder. Driving back to Lattice. Wolverines working it up their right side. Throw from Kimmick into the box. Lattice gets a head on it, but will slowly bounce out of the way. Any danger there was pretty little. Skip forward. It'll say that will last be touched by Henninger, who fouled Gray and allowed Grove City to break the 1-1 tie. Barron's now with it, but not for long. Merrick trying to get possession, but he can't do so. Now Franciscan. Now have some numbers. Klein going forward. Campbell gets in the way, but he falls. Still in pursuit of it. Eventually Thomas gets to it. Gray to Herman. Going forward, but couldn't find Merrick. A lot of time to get rid of the ball, eventually does. Now forward. And then retreating. Barron's trying to slowly make their way up the field. Now they'll decide to go long. Venditti. And yes, he is able to win a corner. Coach Dreves giving instructions to his team. 3 men around the top of the box for Franciscan, now a fourth. They'll play it short. Taking a touch, a shot blocked. Lattice racing toward it. Can't save it in time. Probably a milliseconds too late. Venditti will push and foul Kimmick. He's trying to plead his case, but at least from this angle, it really looked like he extended his arms. And the official's going to have a hard time to not call it against him in that situation. Long kick forward. Merrick trying to get it, but too far out of play. throw in from about midfield. Battle for it. Yoder shrugs off a man. And finds its way back now to Yoder. One-on-one on the far side. James trying to keep him from turning the corner. He does so, but that allows a corner. Gray will take it. Got one Wolverine nearly on top of Miller. Four around the penalty spot. Here comes the cross. Into the middle. Bouncing around. A drive, and that had some power to it, but Kimmick's shot goes wide. Quickly now back in play. Yoder trying to find Thomas. Got Henninger instead. Campbell intercepts the pass, but he gives it away himself. After tripping Lattice, forward to Thomas. Gray on the left side. Trying to work around two defenders. To Thomas, a shot. Had a goal from around a similar position in the first 5 minutes of the first half, but that one nowhere near. And now substitution time for the Wolverines. Dennis is back in the game, and he'll be joined by Wilcox. So they'll go in for a couple of Wolverines, and now immediately into the game. Great run from Kimmick on the right side of the field. And a long way to go to try to get to the ball, but couldn't quite get his hips around to get to where he wanted to find Dennis on the far post. Herman gets to it first and gets it to Dennis. Dennis. And plenty of contact and a foul and probably a conversation now with the referee. Perhaps not. But regardless, a great chance for Grove City with a set piece. The left-footed Campbell will take it. Just one man in the wall. The cross in. And it looked like Henninger got to it first, but in clearing it, he cleared it back toward his own goal and out for a corner. Just a little bit over half an hour left. No score so far in the second half. It is a 2-1 game. Now we have a brief stoppage as Dennis got some contact to the face, and he'll have to be checked out briefly to have him cleaned up after drawing some blood. That'll allow Garcia to enter. Plenty of Wolverines on the far post running into the middle. And did that go in the net? No, according to the assistant referee on the far side. Nearly breaking the line, scoring directly off the corner. Wolverines really believed they had scored for the third time. But it was good work instead by Franciscan to deny the effort. And as we've seen time and time in this game, even after a missed opportunity, Grove City able to win the ball back. And now with an opportunity once again. Into the mixer, takes a bounce. And a one-touch. The shot from Campbell takes a deflection. Couldn't get there as Gaduti got in the way. Throw in forward, Campbell. And yes, they'll say it deflected off of Cross. Throw it back. Kicked forward, but Kimmick couldn't get it there. Now the throw forward, Merrick. Miller, the long ball forward. Hopping around, and then a little bit of an awkward play, but Grove City will have it as a result. But can't really take advantage of that opportunity. Wilcox has to deflect off him out of bounds. Franciscan trying to establish some possession on the Wolverine half of the field. Going forward. Klein trying to get around Garcia. He does for now. Still in pursuit. Forces it away. And that will go off. Venditti turning it over. Dennis is ready to come back in. Maddox Barker will also enter the game for Franciscan. Yoder, some nifty juggling to get it around the defender and keep possession. But all for naught as Franciscan ready to go the other way. And a foul will be called. As now set up a free kick chance for Franciscan. About 6 Barons in the box. Forward Krieger had multiple Wolverines and Barons around him, but strongly caught the ball mid-flight. He boots it away to the Barons. Merrick charging forward, deflecting it. Now the Barons give it away. Kamek in the midfield will distribute it. Eventually will go to Campbell. Forward Merrick can't get to it. Henninger trying to play it forward. Can't find Cross, but able to advance the ball down the field. Now a few more substitutions will enter. The second half largely has been the same as the first. Although no goals, Grove City has been the superior team. Very few chances in the Wolverine half of the field for Franciscan. It'll be a late substitution now. Thomas back into the game. Now the throw in short. And they can't really go forward with that, so they'll have to go backward. Henninger. Merrick in pursuit. Sees it at the last second. Now the Barons slowly trying to build up. Thomas now gets around his man, and with some speed, he has 3 Wolverine teammates with him. Slows down. Lacrosse looking for Garcia. Can't get the first touch, still has possession. Now we'll drop it back. Wilcox switches it all the way. One, two, they go. Trying for Higgs in the middle. They can't get to him cleanly. Wolverines still with possession. Forward, Merrick. Trying to find Garcia. Passed it behind him and out for a goal kick. A lot of possession for the Wolverines in that past minute in the Baron half of the field. But nothing resulting of that. Wolverines now out shooting Franciscan 17-7 in terms of shots. Barons just one shot in this second half. Now Grove City trying to get something going there, but out of play. Physical play on the ball. Eventually Grove City comes down with it, but Garcia will lose it. Rubino trying to get rid of the ball, go forward, will resort to a drop pass. As James. Really tough one-on-one battle. Dennis cannot win the throw. Now the throw forward. Franciscan on the move. Barker will drop it back. Franciscan slowly marching, ever yard by yard, moving the team upfield. Barons. Skip pass forward. Off Campbell's head. Ball still loose in the box. The shot attempt off the post, and Krieger falls on it. Great possession football from Franciscan, working it around, nearly touching every man on the field. And a great chance and nearly the equalizer. But now the Wolverines the other way. Thomas will shoot. Missing way wide. Nearly hitting a car. And now more changes for the Wolverines. Among them, Gray will be back in the game. Franciscan recently had their best chance of the second half to tie this game. We have to mount a similar approach to level it again. Samsel to pass forward to Thomas. And now to Gray. Into the middle. Eck trying to direct it to a teammate. Gets it toward the sideline instead. And then Eck will be called for the pushing foul. It's now under 20 minutes to go in the half. Higgs, after receiving a lot of contact, no call, to the dismay of the Wolverines. And now contact that time will result in the foul. As Cross, a little elbow or hand contact. Wolverines will have a free kick around the kickoff spot. Waiting about as long as he can. Pass forward. Couple of deflections. Gray, one-time shot. We'll have it back to Thomas. A lot of pressure. Poking it through to Gray, splitting multiple defenders. Trying to go forward. First cross attempt doesn't get there. Samsel into the middle. Eck high into the air will result in a goal kick. A lot of creative play in that last sequence. Despite being outnumbered on the left side. Able to get it through and get a decent chance for Eck in the end, who got under it a little too much. Now this is Eck. Forward to Gray. With some speed, back to Eck. A shot attempt, and a last-ditch sliding effort to prevent the goal. A hustle play from Benjamin James to deny the goal that would have stretched the lead to 2. I'm sure Eck thought he had scored, but the heroic effort denies the goal, and now they've got to get ready into the middle. And that header attempt from Kimmick will go wide. Multiple shots in succession. That was the 22nd of the game for Grove City. Compared to just the 8 for Franciscan. Franciscan trying to go quick, but another ball entered play to the left side of your screen. Now a long run from the right back. Going forward, Klein. Makes a man miss. Continuing forward. Now Wolverines applying some pressure, force them back. But now a chance to really establish possession. They had a good chance when they were able to control it, but not that time. Gray. 2 Barons in pursuit. Trying to win the race to the corner flag. It'll be a Wolverine throw. 15 minutes left. Wolverines clinging to a 1-goal lead. The throw-in. Ushered away. Samsel faked like he was going to cross it, but let it roll out of play. He'll throw it in again. Takes a hop. And playing it safely, will let it go out. Franciscan upset that wasn't a shoving foul. Now Gray will send it in off the corner to the far post. Leaping effort. Probably hoping he could have gotten a little bit more on that header, but probably fortunate to make contact with it. Very difficult to do leaping backward. Now Wolverines working it forward to Eck. Trying to get back to it, but can't. Now Klein. Cannot get past Gray. Samsel waits, finds the opportunity and gets it to Thomas. Thomas really had to go for it there. Had the pace as well, but not the accuracy, missing low to the left. Skipped ahead. And a great challenge that time by Kimmich. And now forward to Eck. Trying to make it fake to get around the defender, could not. Now Rubino. And you just have to wonder how much longer can Franciscan afford to play the possession game. It's brought them the most success, but with that time clicking every second, increasing the urgency of the Barons to tie the game. Forward ball. Cross. Can't win it. And now Gray looking for options. Still looking. Gets it to Kimmich. Great touch with his chest to control the ball. And now launching it forward. Eck in the box. Perhaps took a bit too long with that first touch into his second. Now a substitution for Grove City. Wilcox will sub off, and then back in the game for Grove City is Herman. Now the long throw in. Into the middle. Gray. A touch, a shot. It'll take a deflection and not get to its target. Samsel trying to get it forward to Eck now, but rolling too long will go to Miller. A couple of mistimed jumps that time. Skipped forward. Eck. Herman will go to Gray. Now the Barons try to go quickly the other direction. Going it forward. Gray skips it ahead. Eck trying to chase it down. Gets the contact but cannot get through Muldoon. And skipped ahead. Great opportunity for Franciscan. Ball saved by Krieger with the sliding effort. Got to the ball. Sent him flying. Great effort from both teams, but always a stressful situation for the keeper to come out and make a play like that, but he needed to keep the score where it is. Higgs trying to get it to Dennis on the far side. Will instead have it roll out of play. Kimmick trying to do something to get it to Eck, but once again missed the far side of the field. The ball remaining that way. The 3 Wolverines await entry on the near side of the field. Miller charging after it, sends it into the middle. Now the Barons with some speed. And an effort got a touch on it. If he didn't, cross would have likely been on goal. Gray getting a touch, trying to get it to Thomas. Not able to do it. And a pass gets under the foot of Muldoon, and now racing the other way. Dennis can't get a shot on target, but he will win a corner. So several substitutions for Grove City before the corner. .745 is where the clock is stopped. 4 Wolverines on the back post. Cross in forward. Into the middle, and that is Merrick. Miller misplayed the ball, and there'll be a tap in for Merrick to extend the lead. And that might be the one that does it to secure the victory. Right place, right time. Merrick cashes in off the corner from Gray, who has 2 assists and a goal in this game. And sometimes all you have to do is be in the right place when you need it. And Grove City, fortunate that Miller didn't play that ball better. Perhaps just getting his glove on it, but not deflecting it away from Merrick, who was waiting for the ball on the far post. And now they go again. Gray racing toward the corner. Crosses it in. Trying to go for Merrick again. Can't do it. And a ball kicked with the side of his foot will spiral out of play. Campbell trying to find Gray. Can't do it. Now Franciscan trying to race the other way, but perhaps a bit too quickly as that pass was not near his target. Throw into Merrick. Campbell throwing it forward. Lattice giving chase, can't get there in time. But he does force a high ball just trying to get clear. Wolverines applying pressure. And they forced a turnover. Merrick. Couldn't get around Henninger. But now the throw in. Taking plenty of time, and now it comes in. Looking for Merrick. But it'll be another throw in. Trying to find the middle, but finds a defender instead. The Barons can't get it clear. Merrick trying to turn again. Can't get on goal, but the Barons can't get out of their end. And it is another corner. Wolverines continuing to exert control over this game. As Franciscan trying everything they can to get it forward, cannot get past the speed and intensity of the Wolverine press. Clock stopped at 5:07. And the corner. Thomas got his head on it, but the ball couldn't get through on goal. Job's not done for Franciscan, but they were just happy to clear it away. Dennis takes his time. Drop back. Samsel will look to get it forward. Wolverines taking it plenty of time off the clock. As Franciscan has really struggled to keep control of the ball. Now shot and add another one. Why not? A statement win for Grove City. And it's a brace for Thomas. One of those goals that resulted from the unceasing pressure of the Wolverine front press. The forwards remaining vigilant, not allowing Franciscan to get the ball clear. And it is now 4-1 Grove City. Franciscans stunned on their sideline. Grove City has put on a clinic in this game, asserting that, yes, indeed, they are the team to beat in the President's Athletic Conference. Now, one more change for Grove City. Evan Yoder will enter the game. We'll take out Gray, an instrumental player in this game, 2 assists and a goal. The BAC Offensive Player of the Week living up to it. Higgs takes some contact going down. Now Franciscan for the first time in about 5 minutes trying to get the ball across midfield. Klein with it. Henninger to long pass forward. Wilcox will be glad to just hit the eject button. Henninger going forward. But they can't control the ball. Higgs to Yoder. Trying to get it forward. Multiple Barons getting in the way. Now 2 minutes left. A lot of problems throughout this game with players slipping on the turf. Another example of it right there. Now looking forward into the box. An opportunity. Can't get it in. Another cross, and will bounce to Krieger. Best chance in a while for Franciscan. Had an opportunity, golden opportunity to tie the game at 2-2. Couldn't convert. Since then, Grove City added 2 more goals. Higgs now. Trying to get to Lattice. Missed with a pass. Kimmick will blast it forward. Now 100 minutes ago, Franciscan trying to build something, but you can see the defeat looming in the next minute. Venditti, the lone goal scorer for Franciscan on the day. He'll throw it in. Going forward. Cross trying to win something. Yes, he's got the throw in. We'll drop it back. Last chance for a goal under 20 seconds. Driven into the middle. Wilcox gets a touch on it. The shot attempt on the ground and a goal. Well, that won't affect the outcome of the game. May become important when goal differential becomes a factor. 4-2. As Franciscan scored in the final minute, just 8 seconds left to go. And off the kickoff, blasted the end line, and that will do it. Grove City with a statement win at home to take first place and control of the President's Athletic Conference. 4-2 your final score. Stay tuned for the post-game report right here on the Wolverine Sports Network. Welcome back to Don Lyle Field. Your final score, Grove City 4, Franciscan 2. An important game that determined who would be in first place in the conference. And for the home team, it will be them. Grove City with the win takes control, first place of the conference, trying to get home field advantage in the PAC tournament. After suffering a defeat to Franciscan in the championship game last year, stormed back with a 2-goal win today. And let's take a look at how we got to that score. So, 2 goals Wolverines scored in each of the halves. Franciscan had 1 in each half. But that first goal, Camden Thomas, the first of his 2, scored in the 4th minute. Gray had his first assist. And advancing all the way to the 34th minute, Anthony Venditti had his 3rd goal of the season to tie it at 1. And a little less than 10 minutes later, Gray picked up number 13 on the season off the penalty kick to give Grove City a 2-1 lead at halftime. Grove City would continue the intensity, but no goals for nearly all of the half. Going all the way to the 83rd minute, Ryan Merrick scored off a corner to give Grove City a 3-1 lead. Then Camden Thomas picked up the brace just a couple of minutes later to stretch it out to 4-1. And then Andrew Gaduti had that last goal with 8 seconds left in the game off the assist from Henninger to bring us to 4-2. A little bit more in-depth with the stats. 30 shots for Grove City, but just 7 on target, compared to 11 shots from the Barons and also 7 shots on goal. 5 saves for Krieger, 3 saves for Miller. And for Grove City, it's a game that they're going to really enjoy, but they can't revel in this victory too much because they've got to get back going once again. Next game for Grove City will be against Chatham in Pittsburgh at 3:30 p.m. Saturday. Franciscan will host Waynesburg at 4:30 p.m. Saturday, looking to rebound from the loss today. Thank you so much for watching this presentation of men's soccer in the President's Athletic Conference. Stay tuned for the second game of our doubleheader, as it will once again be Grove City versus Franciscan. But it will be the women. That game will kick off a little after 7 p.m. If you want to stay with us, you can watch that game. But if not, thank you so much for your attention. In this game, Grove City wins it 4-2. See you in a few right here on the Wolverine Sports Network.